Do you remember that dream you had as a kid? The one that made you feel completely alive. The one you eventually gave up on. Now here's the strange part. You didn't actually give it up. Right now, somewhere, there is a version of you living that exact dream. The version that took the risk. The version that didn't quit. The version that became the person you imagined. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to tune into that version of yourself. Listen, I need you to understand something that's going to sound crazy at first. Right now, as you're watching this, there are multiple versions of you existing simultaneously. There's a version that took the job offer you turned down. There's a version of you that married that person. There's a version of you that dropped out of school. And there's a version of you that moved to another city. They are all real and happening right now. Not in some imaginary future, not in some alternative dimension you will never access, but right now. And you can tune into any of these versions whenever you want. I know that sounds impossible and something far-fetched, but give me few minutes and I will show you exactly how this works. Before we go further, you need to understand what you actually are. You are not just this body or just this personality. You are infinite consciousness. You are the space in which everything exists. I know that's a big concept. I explain it deeper in another video. I will link it below. But here's what you need to know right now. You are one with everything and everything is one with you. Every version of you that could possibly exist, they are all expressions of the same infinite consciousness. The same you. The childhood dream you had, the one that you gave up on, the version of you is still alive and real right now. You didn't give up on it, you just tuned away from it. So how do you access these other versions? How do you tune into the reality where you are already living your dream? It all comes down to, if you think that your identity is fixed, this is who I am, this is my life, this is my reality, then you are wrong. Your identity is fluid. It's a frequency you are tuning into. Right now you have tuned into I am. Maybe that's I am struggling, maybe it's I am stuck, maybe it's I am broke, or maybe it's I am alone. When you shift your identity, when you change the I am, everything else shifts automatically. Your intentions, imagination, what you believe changes, where you put your attention changes, and how you feel changes. What you do changes. You don't have to control all these things separately. Just shift the identity and everything else follows naturally. Think of it like changing the channel on a TV. You don't have to manually adjust the picture, the sound, the brightness for each show. You just change the channel and everything adjusts automatically. Okay, so here's how you actually start doing this. Method 1 is follow the fork in the road. Think about a decision you made in a past, a big one. The job you didn't take, the relationship you stayed in or left, the city you moved in or stayed away from. Now ask yourself, how would my life be different if I had chosen differently? Don't just think about it casually, really follow that thread. Let your mind trace where that decision would have led you, step by step and year by year. As you do this, something magical happens. You are already connecting energetically to that parallel reality. You are not fully in it, but you are touching it. You are starting to feel it. This is the first step of reality surfing. You are placing your attention there, and attention is the bridge between realities. Method number 2 is notice the spillovers. Here's something you have probably experienced but never understood. Strange coincidence, things that feel out of place in your normal routine, unusual events that seem to come out of nowhere. Those are not random, they are all spillovers from parallel realities. Think of it like this, your current reality is a highway, but there are other highways running right next to yours. Sometimes events from those highways spill over into yours. That random phone call from an old friend, that unexpected opportunity, that weird feeling you had to take a different route and then something significant happened. Those are crossover points. They are your consciousness briefly touching another timeline. Most people ignore these moments. They return to their habitual path. But if you stay with these events, if you follow them instead of going back to routine, you start moving toward an alternative highway. Here's something that will change how you see your desires. Desire is not you want something you don't have. Desire is a spillover from a version of you already experiencing it. Read that again, let it sink in. When you desire something, it means two things. There's a version of you already living it on a parallel reality close to yours. You're currently separate from that version, but not too far away. The stronger the desire, the closer that reality is to yours. You're not making up these desires. You are feeling echoes from another version of yourself who's already there. That's why certain desires feel so real, so possible, so meant for you, because they're you, just on a different frequency. Okay, so here's the practical part. How do you actually shift from your current reality to the one you want? Step number 1 is return to identity-less state. This is crucial. You cannot become a new version while still identified with the old version. You can't tune to a new channel while clinging to the old one. So first you need to return to the 0 point, the place before identity, the pure I am, without anything attached to it. Not I am broke, not I am successful, just I am. How do you do this? You do this through deep silence and meditation. Sit quietly, let go of every story you tell about yourself, let go of every label, identity. Just witness, just observe without identifying with anything. This is identityless state, the infinite self, the space where all versions exist simultaneously. It sounds complicated, but it's actually the simplest thing in the world. You're just stopping the constant mental chatter that keeps you locked into one identity. Step number 2 is receive from the new version. From this 0 point, you don't create a new version, you receive it. The versions already exist. You are just opening yourself to perceive them. In that quiet identityless state, different versions of yourself will start to appear in your awareness. The successful version, the healthy version, the happy version, the version living your childhood dream. But you don't have to force it, just notice what appears. And step number 3, the final step, is enter the viewpoint. Here's where the magic happens. Don't look at that version of yourself, look as that version. Stop being an outside observer, step into their viewpoint, see through their eyes, feel what they feel, think what they think, experience the joy they are experiencing right now. Not I will feel this joy someday, I feel this joy right now because I am this version. You are training your consciousness to tune to a specific frequency. The only reason you are not living that reality is because you focus the same way every day. You tune into the same channel out of habit. But right now you are learning to consciously choose which channel you tune into. Here's the thing, even if you do everything I just said, it might not work immediately. Why? Because you have definitions about reality that are blocking you. You believe reality is solid, fixed, and something rigid. But in reality, reality is actually fluid. It's responsive to consciousness. Before you can shift realities, you need to loosen your definitions of what reality even is. I'm going to create a whole video breaking down those definitions and how to release them. Subscribe to catch it when it drops. And I will see you in the next one.